Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's your host, Rising Oblivion. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about some recent leaks coming about SMT 5. I'm going to have a video coming out not too long after this, so if you're watching this and it's already been a while, I'll probably already have that out, talking about a potential Persona 5 spin-off and sort of news about that. But this is going to be the SMT 5 video. There's just so much content here to kind of talk about that I wanted to separate it into two different videos, but we do have some more news about SMT 5, and man, it seems like the Atlus landslide of leaks and potential games and trailers and news has begun. So stay subscribed and click the bell to be notified, because there seems to be a lot of stuff now coming down the pipeline. But Nvidia had recently just leaked a bunch of different games for the PC, including something about SMT 5. Leaks and rumors have also shown that SMT 5 has been upon that list of leaks from Nvidia. So if you're a console gamer or you don't really know who Nvidia is sort of a hardware company that does a lot of different things for PCs. Most notably their graphics cards. If you've heard of GeForce or you have like a modern day PC, more than likely you probably have a Nvidia card on there. There's some other brands and stuff like that, of course. It's not all just Nvidia, but they're definitely what I think would probably be like the biggest company when it comes to graphics cards. But recently they had leaked a giant list of games, and this isn't just Atlus titles that they had leaked. They had leaked other stuff from Sony and other developers, including things like potentially Kingdom Hearts 4, God of War. They also leaked apparently like a Titanfall or Apex type of thing, and SMT 5 was something else on the list. But not only that, but a Catherine full body port to PC also seemed to have also been on that list. So how factual can this stuff be? Well, I think it's always good to sort of take leaks with a grain of salt, because never is it the company straight up telling you these things, and this also could be something that they pull back on. And we do know that Nintendo has an exclusivity deal when it comes to SMT, especially SMT 5 with how much they have been pushing it. So we have a couple different avenues that we can think about here when it comes to these leaks, but I kind of want to talk about how factual this kind of leak is. We did notice that during this list of all the Nvidia leaks that they have on there about stuff coming to PC, we do know that they included the Uncharted games on there. If you guys watched my PlayStation State of Play thing, you guys know that the Uncharted games are coming to PC. They had leaked that, or at least Uncharted 4 was coming to PC. They had shown that. But within this document of all these leaked games, that Uncharted game was on there as well. And I believe this list is older than whenever they had actually done the trailers and things talking about how Uncharted 4 and whatnot was coming to PC. So this means that something on this list has already been confirmed to be true. That is why this leak sort of seems to hold some evidence and some ground for being kind of factual. This isn't something that people just sort of like threw together as a leak as sort of like a big joke or something like that, but this leak sort of has some evidence behind it for having games on there that are factually supposed to be coming out. It already has one of the things on this list already confirmed, which is sort of interesting about this and why this is such good news, I guess you could say, for the ATLUS games out there, especially SMT 5 and Catherine Full Body. The only tricky thing about SMT 5 coming to PC is the exclusivity deal that it has with Nintendo. Nintendo has been treating SMT 5 like its baby, man. It has been pushing it during its own events, and it has been, you know, giving it publicity for quite some time now. Weird how it's not on the eShop store yet. Still, I don't really know what the hell that's on about. The game should be coming out digitally. I would hope so. It doesn't make sense if it doesn't, but this is kind of an issue. How could the game be coming to PC when it has always been exclusive kind of with like Nintendo? Well, that's not 100% true. It's not always been exclusive. SMT 3 is something that we kind of have to look out here. SMT 3 was a console type of game, and potentially they are going to be treating SMT 5 like it's a console game, because it isn't like Apocalypse or SMT 4 where it's just a handheld thing that's on Nintendo. Once you have SMT 4 like the way it is on the 3DS, it's kind of hard to bring that to like PlayStation or something like that. With the two screens, it looks way different than what like a console game would look like in terms of quality and whatnot. It kind of doesn't make sense for that to happen, but SMT 5 is on a single screen. It's on the Switch, which is more like a console than it is a handheld. Sure, you can have it in handheld mode, but it's more like a console that has turned itself into a handheld and has a handheld mode. I mean, even when you dock it and stuff like that, it's basically just a full-on console pretty much. So this might mean that Atlus is deciding to have SMT V be something that they are going to release at different places. So what they might have already done is started doing a lot of the legwork to already get this game put to PC, going through Nvidia and different places to already go ahead and start having SMT V's build on the PC already done. So the exclusivity deal might be a timed exclusivity deal with Nintendo. Potentially it could just be that they have to do this for a year or 6 months or something like that. So this leak could be something that is fairly early on, but like Catherine Full Body, that might be something they're doing very, very soon, and potentially some other Persona games and whatnot. From what we had seen, Persona 5 wasn't actually on there, but for some reason SMT 5 was. So nothing about that exactly. It could just be that they haven't done it yet, or it was so long ago that it's just not on this Nvidia list because it's not something new that they've been working on. Maybe it's something super, super old that they had already been working on for a couple of years now or something like that. Who really knows? We kind of have to speculate and just sort of see how things are going to be moving with that kind of stuff. But potentially after a year, we might end up seeing SMT 5 jumping over to the PC through Steam and whatnot, next to like Catherine, maybe over the next several months for the 25th anniversary Persona, we'll be seeing other games jumping to PC as well. So we could potentially see a ton of ATLUS games jumping over to PC. Catherine Full Body, a bunch of Persona titles, and maybe even SMT 5. Next year is also the 30th anniversary of Megami Tensei, or Shin Megami Tensei basically. It is the 30th anniversary of that, so why not have the brand newest title be something that could be played everywhere? So it might just be a 1-year exclusivity deal, or potentially it could be something like a 6-month exclusivity deal or something like that, where maybe it's not even as long as we sort of thought. I think everybody kind of assumed it was going to be something like what happened with, you know, SMT4 or Apocalypse or something like that, but they thought, you know, maybe because it's SMT5, it's a newer game, they're trying to be more modern and have the thing pushed to other consoles, and it seems a little bit easier to get SMT5 to jump from the Switch over to like a PC or over to like a PlayStation. And it seems like the conversion for that's pretty easy, where something like on a 3DS might be a little more difficult. Like I said, with the graphics, the button layout, different stuff like that, it's a little bit different, you know, 2 screens, it's a little bit different to sort of touch around with something like that, but SMT5 very easily could be brought over to different stuff. We had seen that with SMT3 on the Switch, we had seen that with Strikers on the Switch and also on the PC. A lot of Atlus's games are now jumping to PC, but maybe because of how long SMT5 has been in development through Nintendo, it's been such a long time. This exclusivity deal they probably had with Nintendo is probably so old by now. They had probably already done business on this such a long time ago when it came to SMT5, but this could be something we see as sort of like a celebratory 30th anniversary type of thing for Shin Megami Tensei, and they might be already pushing a ton of their other games over to PC and whatnot as well, so we could end up seeing SMT5 on there, but who really knows? Like I said, take this with a grain of salt. This isn't the company saying it. However, a lot of the times, the Atlus leaks end up being something that's true. So, if there's anything I've learned about covering stuff about Atlus leaks, most of them have came true. I would say over like 70 to like 80% of most of the Atlus leaks have came true. The only one that I think that has not came true that is the Xbox Game Pass Persona 5 thing. But other than that, man, most of the leaks have came true, at least the ones that I've covered here on the channel. But I think that's going to be it for now. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. Click the bell to be notified when more stuff comes out. A ton of crap is going to be coming out, guys. We are just now getting into the thick of all of this. The Persona 25th anniversary is going to be jumping off very soon with a new website they have coming out, different stuff like that. Like I said, there's going to be a video for that coming out a couple minutes after this one, so if you're watching this as soon as it came out, just stay tuned. If not, then it's already there. But I think that's going to be it for now, guys. I will see you in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching.